Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please. Yeah. She got a way of making the block freeze. Cash please. Yeah. Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please.
And we're back. Welcome back to 1 Point Motherfucker Zero. I'm your host, Dr. Shep, man. Coming back across the track once again, my friend. I walked on water. I walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Man, welcome to tonight's episode. We got a few things to talk about. Today, there were testimonies about APUs, is what they call them now. They are formerly known as UFOs. But I guess because the U.S., Lockheed Martin, started producing them, that they have to have another name because they're not the original drivers. But today, everything was out in the open. Y'all remember that Johnny Taylor? Everything's out in the open. Well, we got nothing left to hide. Man, they told us basically that, yes, UFOs are real. And yes, they have biological entities on board. Long for aliens. Because they said that the biological entities were not human. So, okay, people. How many of y'all were watching this today? Did any of my people, the melanated people, watch this today? Or were you even interested in our government telling you, basically, that we are not alone? Now, what I want to do is spark your minds on the implications this could have. No, spark your minds on the implications we do have. If there's another biological entity out there and they are intelligent, and we know they are because they are flying spaceships with no gravity, no propulsion system, no wings, or none of that. So they are definitely smarter than we are. And if they come actually from another solar system or another place in space, which I do not believe, because I believe that they've been here the whole time. There are millions of places to hide on this planet, especially if you have technology as they do, where you can go in and out of the oceans and the ability of your craft doesn't change. Okay? If you can cloak yourself behind the clouds, if you can make 90-degree turns and handle the G-force that comes with that. Because humans can't handle that G-force. If you're unaware of what G-force is, that's the pressure you feel in jet planes. And that pressure for human beings, there is a limit to the amount of G-force you can take. So these are not human beings that are flying these things. The ones that Lockheed Martin are making, they are unmanned, like our drones, you know. And maybe they're developing a human being that can handle that G-force. Who knows? I mean, if we talking cloning Jamie Foxx, you know, there's no telling what else possibilities could be out there, because we don't know, because we're too busy chasing the bag. We too busy making Balenciaga rich. We too busy making gold and diamond producers rich. We too busy buying cars that we would never buy, if it were not for the glorification of these things. You understand? And that's what our mind state is. And so when somebody comes out and say, hey, did you know that aliens are real? You don't give a shit, do you? Because aliens ain't got no money. Aliens ain't got no big old ass. They can't twerk. We don't know them niggas. So why should we care? Okay, you should care because either your wife or your husband or your son or your daughter, somebody is going out there to work and pay for that $200 and some light bill. You know, somebody is complaining about the gas being almost $4 a gallon. Somebody is upset because eggs is the price of a case of beer. When if this technology truly exists, that means we have had free energy capabilities for over 75 years. Because that's when we started really seeing these UFOs. Roswell, 1971 and 1972. That technology was taken then. Back in 1954, they had crashes where they were recovered, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, we went from rotary dialing a phone to actually looking at somebody and talking to them face to face within a small amount of time. And y'all gonna give who credit for being that intelligent? No, no, my brother. These technologies are not of human origin. These technologies come from our I don't know if I call them our space brothers and sisters, because I've seen an article and seen a video where one of these things actually landed at an airport. They said it was cylindrical shaped and it was about a mile long. They said when it landed that it caused a small earthquake, and when the doors came down of the back of it, the gentleman that was doing the interview said that black people got out of it. Not only black people, but he said these people, these men, got out and they surrounded the ship, like in protecting the ship. And they said they had weapons that were unrecognizable. And they said each one of these black young men, neither one was under 6'8", 7 feet. Okay. And they met with the military there, and they told the military that they were the Galactic Federation that was responsible for not only this planet, but several other planets. Okay. Now, to listen to that, you would think that it's some sort of glorified, you know, fairy tale, but it is not. Just like everything else that they told us was true, you believed it. So why are we so nonchalant about learning the truth? Is it a possibility that they lied to us and told us that we were fools and old white people with no education, and we believe that? Don't believe your lying eyes. Have you ever heard that saying? Don't believe your lying eyes. And that's what they've done to us. So now the story is totally different. They're like, okay, y'all got us. We're not the only ones. Okay, y'all got us. There is the capability of free energy. Okay, y'all got us. We can grow more food than the planet could handle with this technology. We could have some of the cleanest environments with these technologies. We can stop disease with these technologies. We can cure um, spinal injuries, Alzheimer's, cancer with these technologies. So when I ask the question, do you give a damn? And if your answer was no, then I don't think you're no longer needed on the planet. Because I very existence, our stress, our concerns, how hard life is for all of us, that could end by 9:30 tonight. If they decided to, by 9:30 tonight, when you get up tomorrow and face this world, it'll be a totally different place. Imagine what brain capacity could be used other than using it on how I'm gonna pay my lights. Oh, my car note is coming. Oh, my bank note is coming. Oh, my mortgage is coming. All these things could be wiped out if they just open up the books. But they have opened up the books. But my people are not reading. You're not reading what's in the books. Because if you did, you would actually be reading about where you come from and how great you are. And you would learn that you're probably not a product of the white man. You're probably a product of something so great and so mystical that it will blow your mind. And that fear of knowing that, because I think it is a fear of knowing that, because then you would be obligated to be great. Let me say that again, because I don't think you got me. If you knew who you actually were and where you actually come from, that would put a responsibility on you. Because it's one thing to have a power trapped in you that you have no knowledge of. That's different. But you have knowledge of it because Dr. Shep in 1.0 is now informing you of your power. You are not the white man's product. You are the product of something out. I mean, mind blowing. I often, and I had to correct myself because I often say that yes, we are the white man's product. Their clothes, their hunger for money, their violence, their hatred, all these things were passed down to us. And we had no choice in it. We took it on as life. And you accepted it. So my problem is tonight is what's the problem with accepting the truth? Your whole life was raised on a lie. And when one truth comes out, you mean to tell me you're going to see the Barbie movie instead? The TV is playing right behind you while you in the mirror fixing your eyelashes. And you mean to tell me that's more important? Come on, people. It's time for us to raise our vibrations and to begin to see the things that the people who have been oppressing us already know. And that's basically what that meeting was about. To let the American people know what they already know. When just 5 years ago, they were telling you you was a lie. That was an air balloon. That was a swamp gas. That was a headlights on the freeway in reflection. They've been telling you that for years, and now that they come out and admit it, how much of a lie is our government? Do these bastards been lying for a long time? And I think they send motherfuckers to school to learn how to lie like that. Because I know some niggas that can lie. And they'll get you one time. And you like, that man, motherfucker lied to me. I don't fuck with that nigga no more. But we have allowed them to lie to us every day of our life. That thing in the sky that we call a sun is the basis of life. Nobody has to tell the sun to come up. Nobody has to tell the sun to go down. The sun is something that we have, we can say that it's free. And if the sun is the basis of life and it's free, then why are you bogged down with bills? It's because they make you pay for the sun. Not only pay for the sun, but they make you pay to stay out of the sun. You pay for your house, that means a roof over your head, and that means shade. You pay for air conditioning, that means it's cool in your house. You pay for heating, that means it's warm in your house. That you pay for, oh man, windows. All these things could just go away by 9:30 tonight. And when you realize that, how do that make you feel? Do you feel like our government is with us? Have you ever felt that way? Do you feel like they really care about the masses of the population? Hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. The elites got us trapped. The elites, we are their servants. The elites only see us as their servants. The elites are willing to let you die so they could benefit. Now that this all coming out, don't y'all see the big picture? When they made us go in the house for COVID, what can you imagine was happening then? While we were fighting each other over masks and social distancing. I've never been so socially distant in my time on this planet. I never thought a genuine hello in the street or a head nod or a wave would be extinct. They have made us impersonal. Let me start that over. They have made us uneducated, blind, vulgar, violent, and impersonal in a short span of time, in 3 years. I'm 52, and my whole life I've been yes ma'am, no ma'am, how you doing, have a good day, and all that. When I went to the grocery store, if I seen a pretty woman, I approached. Or if a pretty woman seen me, she spoke. These things are kaput, done with. You could get genuine help from somebody, a stranger, if you needed help. These things are all but extinct. Now, are they making us impersonal to get us ready for something? Are they feeding us this bullshit to train our minds for something? Well, maybe this is it. Maybe they can no longer keep the secret of that we're not by ourselves. Maybe no longer they can handle the pressure of charging us for energy when it's all in the air. The same technology that I FaceTime you with, that same method could be used to send electricity to my house for free. The same water that I drink out my hydrant or from the grocery store, that is being used for gas. Yes, water powered engine, combustion. Clean. You can find water anywhere in the lake when it rains. And everybody that has come up with that technology has met an unfortunate end. And they would do that to the American people to keep a grasp on that dollar that you praise. You don't praise Jesus. I never seen so many money hungry Jesus people in my life. Money is your God, and you sacrifice your lives for it. Matter of fact, you give your whole entire life for it. Once you leave your parents' bosom and responsibility becomes on you, that's when your slave labor starts. You got to go to college and pay for it. And after college, you got to go find a job to pay for the college bill. You're already behind in life when you start life. And that's the way they want it, because they never want you to have a thinking moment. And that was their mistake. When they put us in the house for those 2 years, a lot of us had thinking moments. That's why the workforce is suffering right now. That's why you have so many people went into business for themselves. That's why you have so many people staying home if they're working to do the job. You have more people homeschooling their children because, as it turns out, just like all of these other things I've named off: gas, electricity, food, all these things could be rectified by what they know today. The Egyptians had lights just like these lights above me, and they were more spectacular. You know, Nikola Tesla at the World's Fair lit up the whole town with no wires. This is fact. They used to have the World Fair every year. They would build these extraordinary buildings that it would take at least 5 years to build. They would do it in 2 weeks. They would not only build them, but they would build waterways. And the whole World Fair would be lit up with no wires. So this technology has existed during Nikola Tesla's time, which was the 40s and 50s. So why are we still got light bills? Why do we still have to go and get gas? Why do we still killing ourselves to pay for food when our maker promised us that this planet provides everything that you need for healing, for reproduction, for sustaining a family, for building a house? This planet provides all of that, and it don't need to. You don't have to have a bill sent from someone to supply our needs. Our needs are already met here on this planet, and I think that this is happening because the nature of the planet is being raped. And if you know this planet, and if you've been here a while, you know this planet will cleanse and reset itself. It's happened plenty of times. Ask the dinosaurs. Ask the cavemen. Ask the Anunnaki. It's changed and has remixed and remade itself plenty of times. Earth never changes. It's the inhabitants of Earth that changes. And I think that's what we are in the middle of right now. So while you sticking on, you know, your eyelashes, think about that. While you fellas out there putting your gold chains on and your gold teeth in, think about that. The things that y'all are chasing are so minimal to where it's embarrassing. For where we are right now, if you looked at the UFO summit today, and then you turn the channel, look at that. Because I guarantee you, when you turned that channel, it had to do with something: sex, money, or crime. Versus, there are some new players in town, y'all. And now that there are some new players in town, what about Jesus? What about this religion that they gave y'all that y'all hold so strongly to? What about that? Because if they're smarter than us and they're more intelligent than us, it's a possibility that they've been in existence longer than us, meaning that they know closer to the truth than us. They know what's beyond than us. They know what was past more than us. So what implications do this have on you going to church? What implications does this have just knowing that it's something else out there, when these are things that we only seen in movies? Now it's a reality. On this date, 2023, year of our Lord, they have told us that we are not alone. Not only are we not alone, we are we have we are using technologies that were taken from these entities, or these biological entities that are not from this planet, so they say. We using their technology every day and being charged for it, when it was given to make humanity better. But you got these people out there that took it, and they see us as sheep headed to slaughter, cows headed to slaughter. They only give you the technology you need to be a better slave for them. Yeah, get a bitch an iPhone so she can use the alarm and get her funk ass to work. Yeah, uh, get that nigga a Bentley, because that note is $2,000 a month. Yes, get that nigga a big house. Give them anything they want, as long as it's got a price tag to it. And for you, that makes it slavery. Because the ultimate point here is that the world we live in, no, the world that you were born into, why in the fuck I got to pay? I ain't asked to come to this motherfucker. I could have went to Neptune or Saturn or Mars. Hell, I heard they got good clubs up there. I ain't asked to come here. But from the moment that I come out my mother's Stargate, a motherfucker slap me on the ass. Pow! That'll be $100, please. I can't even talk and say fuck you yet, and they already charging me. And now they admit that all of these things were unnecessary. Now, how do you feel as an American? And I'm talking about them real America, them patriotic motherfuckers. How do you feel as an American, knowing that these people that you looked up to keep you safe and to treat you as the Constitution says, these people that we look to for our help, has done nothing but lie and work the shit out of us for their own benefit? And all these technologies that y'all acquire and put personal achievement on. If I got a Bentley, I'm doing good. No, you ain't, nigga. That's bullshit. I want that 2024 UFO, nigga, with the 24s on it. Shit, you niggas ain't doing shit. Your gold teeth and gold chain, all that shit, it ain't nothing, nigga. I want a UFO, and I want a time slide. I want to go back to right before when Martin Luther King got shot, and pushed that nigga out the way. Because I want to see what would happen if he was still alive 30 years after. I want to go back and catch up with Malcolm X when he was on his way to the Audubon ballroom and tell him, say, man, fuck that shit. Let's go get some a drink and smoke some weed and talk this thing out a little bit more. Because I would love for have him here right now. And if it was a true story, I'd love to go back and tell Jesus, man, don't you go down there fucking with them Jews. And from what I'm hearing, this technology is presently here. How the hell the Simpsons know what the fuck gonna happen in real time? Every time the Simpsons predict the future. They predicted Donald Trump coming down the stairs when his presidency, when he first got president. They predicted all type of shit. And they were correct predictions. How is this happening? Either we have lived this same exact existence before and somebody got it written down, the dates and the times, or it's a motherfucker going from here to there and coming back and writing this script for us. But they already know what's going to happen. Yes, The Simpsons is a cartoon, but it turns out that's how they've been getting us, putting it right in our goddamn face and making us pay for the cable to watch it, making us pay for the movie ticket to go watch it. Boy, this has been a scam. You think some Africans is a scam. They had to learn from these white men because them some scamming motherfuckers, boy. But the truth is out. So when I go out and I look at the night sky, it's no longer just looking at the pretty lights in the sky. I know that it's something else out there. And as crazy as it sounds, I would love to meet an alien. I got a lot of questions. And if they can do the things that they can do, I got a lot of favors to ask. Yes, I do. But this is more serious for us as melanated people because I think we are closer to the original than any other human being on this planet. I think this unknown special whatever that we have in us, this skin, this brain, the normal power that we're born with, you know, I think we have no understanding of what we really are because we're not like them. Our bodies are different. The way we fuse with Mother Nature is different. And the best explanation for it that we've used as black people is just simply, oh, because I'm black. No, no, no. It's not because you're just black, because you're actually not black. This shirt I'm wearing is black. You understand? But because you were only given so much, you know, information to describe yourself, I understand. But I think it's going to come out that why we are, why they keep their foot in our necks, because they actually know who we are, and they know when our brothers show up that, yeah, they're gonna know the way we've been done here on the planet. If we're truly their space brothers and sisters, they know how we've been done here. They know that this place was originally occupied and ran and designed by us. One thing you would never find in a tomb of an Egyptian is a light bill. You ain't never found a water bill. You ain't never found a cell phone bill. You ain't found, and they had this technology. See, and that meant that they were free to handle the business of the planet because that's all we are small samples of the planet. Every element that this planet has that makes it what it is, our bodies have. And when I say every, I mean every. Wind, water, earth, sun, air. You are all that. So instead of trying to become one with your Birkin bag, or becoming one with your eyelashes, or becoming one with the booty you bought in Mexico, I think today's advice should be you should get closer to Mother Earth. You need to get your hands in the dirt so you can uh, introduce yourself to what nature and spirituality is, because we're no longer in the materialistic world. We left that 2 years ago, y'all. And if your ass missed the bus, I am sorry. We left the material world 2 years ago. It is now spiritual. It is now high vibrations. It is now letting that pineal gland reopen. And if you're not practicing these three things I just said, then you are one who was mostly affected. And I'm sorry for you, because some of us will be left behind. But if what was said today wasn't loud enough for you, then Dr. Shep here on 1.0 is going to say it a little bit louder. People, rid yourself. Rid yourself of all that was taught and re-educate yourself. It's never too late. Because every truth you know puts a building block of confidence in your thinking and in your movement. So I ask that you start to pay attention if you haven't been. People, we are not alone. Something that we've questioned ever since we, seen our first scary movie or E.T. At my age. That, I'm pretty sure my father and them, they had their thing. For my dad, it was the Sun magazine and what was it called, the Inquirer. You know, that's where we used to get these stories from. But now government is telling you. It's not Dr. Shep telling you. These are the people that you chose and voted for to be in office telling you that this whole thing has been a scam. So I would ask that you do more research. I would ask that you pay a little more attention, and I would ask that you start behaving accordingly. Because, like I said, after I watched the um, interviews today with the Congress, when I was done, I turned the channel or I went to TikTok. And it was ridiculous what I saw after what I heard. It was like no one even cared to know. It's like we so much caught up in our bliss of looking good and making ourselves look like we're somebody in somebody else's eye. I've never seen so many people be out of touch, but in touch with each other. I can't speak to you one time in the store without conflict, but you will go in my DMs 1,000 times a fucking day. This shit is not mentally good, people. We have been turned into characters on cell phones. You're just a character. I'm not even a real person here on this telephone. I am a character. There's no real communication here. But this is what real communication has been made. This is not real communication, people. I've experienced real communication because when you laugh and you're right across the table from me, I feel that vibration from your laugh. That's a feeling, and it's real. It's a frequency. Have you ever heard somebody laugh and you didn't even know what they were laughing about? It you start laughing and ask them, oh, what you laughing about? It's because that frequency hits you. And this is what they're depriving us of. They are depriving us of this. I don't know why they want us to be deprived and be dormant of what's really going on. Then again, I do. Because you don't matter. You are only the financer. Say, we are only the financer of all of what we complain about. We pay for every bit of it. Don't that fuck you up? We pay for every bit of what we complain about. And when you have the opportunity to do something, you rather stick your eyelashes on in the mirror. Or you rather turn around, stick your nasty ass in the air and make it move around. And this, Django, is going to be the story of you if you do not begin to wake up. So, spend a little more time than I wanted to on the UFO thing, but I am a fan and I have been a fan a long time. And it's just not a UFO thing. It turns out it's a humanity thing. Because if any of this has any chance to be true, there's not enough time in a day, year, or a decade to think clearly about it. And you have to think, how can you trust your government ever again? How can you go through the rat race of elections and voting for people and fighting other people for some bullshit cause that don't even matter? And it's all been a game to do just what it done, to keep us separated, keep us fighting, and to keep us from looking towards the sky. And I'm gonna give kudos to these people because they done a hell of a fucking job. In 52 years, I never thought on the 52nd year that I would know what I know today. Never thought that the reality of what we looked at in movies was actually the truth. So I want you to marinate on that. And if it makes you angry, it should. If it pisses you off, it should. If it makes you want to construct another way to try to wean yourself from this need of lies. We've had a need for lies. When something happens to you, what do you say? Oh Lord, help me. And you know the crazy thing about that we'll scream out the Lord's name doing sex. So what value do that have? When you knocking it all Boy, Jesus' name get mentioned a bunch in some sinful actions. But what if you've been praying to the wrong person? Because I'm gonna say it like this: if they can do what they can do and been doing it for as long as they've been doing it, maybe these people were the angels and the gods that the people that we read about in the Bible were talking about. Christians. Maybe these people are the true names that we need to be learning out of what they said was true. Maybe they ain't Matthew, John, and Luke. Maybe it's Elil. Maybe it's Inky. So these are things that you have to contemplate. And some of you Christians are so crazy. Y'all, well, God made them too. Okay. But I think they're a different model from your ignorant ass. Maybe he did make them. But they're a different model than you. Because these people have enough sense to hide. They got enough sense not to be seen. They got enough sense not to be heard. They not got enough sense not to go to Yang Sing's Her Emporium and waste their money and their health away. So I want to know these people. I really do. And if they take me and take me somewhere else, well, maybe gas is free there. Maybe there ain't no rent. Maybe there ain't no disease. Maybe there ain't no niggas that'll come in your yard and steal your car with a tow truck. Maybe all that don't exist where they gonna take you. So it's not so bad in my sense. Because the aliens that we've been fucking with, mm-mm. Them white aliens, mm-mm. I don't like their domination. Let somebody else try. Now, if anything, I'll get me a 2024 UFO out of it. I ain't gonna have to pay for insurance and gas. And I'm damn sure ain't gonna be in Houston traffic. So that's all good stuff to me. Well, y'all contemplate that here on 1.0. Because if it is true, I'm gonna start trying to book me an alien for the show. I'll be the first nigga with an alien as a guest. Probably not. Because probably not. Because from what they were saying today, I think we've seen more aliens than we know. Because they are here and they've been here. They were here before we got here, and I think they'll be here after we leave. This planet is, I tell you what, this we don't even know what this planet is. It's still up for debate if this planet is a ball or if it's a flat plane. Flat plane makes more sense. Now you might say, "Oh, he tripping," but when you come back and show me a picture on your phone where you done took your black ass out there, turned around toward the earth, took a picture, you send it to me. But until then, keep your mouth shut. See, my mama said that if you don't open your mouth and say nothing, won't nobody know you're stupid. So let's practice that and make sure when you open your mouth, have something to say. So what's else in the news today? Let's see what we're talking about now. So after what, 20 something years? I think it's been 20 some years since Tupac been dead. 25, something like that. Well, they got new evidence today that one of the guys who supposedly had been in the car when Tupac was shot. His name is Keefe D. Keefe D is a old OG, but back then when Tupac was shot, he was a young man in the game, gang, baby. And for some reason, the FBI thought that he had prevalent information, and they raided his home. And it was said that it was a lot of evidence taken out of there. And it was also said that that evidence uh, implicates some of y'all favorite artists. Mr. P. Diddy said that he had a hand in Mr. Tupac Shakur's death. So they went and they raided his house. And the thing about it, this is 20 some years past. They didn't raid no houses when it first happened. That's kind of like that's a hell of a time delay, you know. And I just think that it was so much involved in Tupac's death and Biggie's death because they try to make it as like it was just Negroes being envious of each other. No, the music was changing things. And that's what y'all don't want to recognize. The music was changing things. And before Pac, it was like Underground, and it was KRS-One, and it was all these Talib Kweli. It was all these conscious rappers out. And what I mean by conscious, they wasn't saying, I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend and I'm gonna make her suck on the other girl, and we gonna take Percocets and all that shit. It was none of that. It was educating on you on who you were and where you come from, and loving black and all that. White man got tired of this shit. Okay? He got tired of that. And just like with all other voices that we've had that inspired us, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they use niggas to get rid of that. See? They use niggas to get rid of niggas. That way they can sit up with their clean hands and give these rap niggas chicken feed compared to the money that the companies are making. And the owners and the record companies, and they use us because the fact is there is millions of Negroes that rap and dance better than P. Diddy. There are millions of Negroes that rap better than Jay-Z. There are millions of women that are more beautiful and more fine and more talented than Miss Beyonce. There are millions of us. But they only choose the ones that you choose because they know you are easily controlled by those people. If Jay-Z come out and say Balenciaga, you niggas run for it. If Beyonce come out and say some ignorant shit, y'all jump on it. You understand? If Kodak Black come out and say some stupid shit, y'all jump on it. Now they got this young lady out talking about she eat ass. Oh my God. Okay. Whatever you do sexually is your business. But you gonna go in front of Buckingham Palace and say that shit? Because then you're not just representing yourself. You represent every black woman back in the state. This black nappy-headed uh stripper bacon eyelash wearing motherfucker went to Buckingham Palace and talking about, oh, I'm here. I'm ready to eat some ass. Boy, where is a good assassination when you need one? I ain't lying. Bring back assassinations, man. We can get rid of some of this shit. We can save some of our kids with a good old assassination of these motherfuckers who are ruining our children's mind and our futures. See, I'm older. My future is now. But my children's future is down the road. And look what they're learning and look what they see as respect or non-respect. A woman in front of Buckingham Palace talking about, I'm here and I'm ready to eat some ass. Seemed like she was in the wrong place. Her ass need to be in Dubai. Because I guarantee you, you'll eat some ass there. Some donkey ass, some lion ass. They gonna make you do all kind of shit. So don't come here with that faking like you just a big freak. No. Take your ass to Dubai. You gonna eat all the shit your stomach can hold. And it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing now, y'all. Aliens are here, but our black women are talking about eating some ass aggressively. What do we do about this? You just sit back and watch and hope that it goes away? Mm-mm. I'm praying for assassinations to come back. When did they go out of style anyway? After they killed Kennedy, they just went out of style. Bring assassinations back. And let's get rid of these pants hanging down and these quarter-inch eyelashes and these BLMs or what the hell ever they call it, these fake asses. Let's get rid of that shit. And it's just a shame, boy. When you women make the transition, it's gonna be a shame that your body get returned to the earth, and all that's gonna be left is some goddamn potato chip bags full of jail. That's gonna be what you leave back in your legacy. Some silicone bags and some eyelashes. I didn't make eyelashes. Don't be mad at me. But it's ridiculous, people. So Keefe D house got raided, and I think we're about to find out the truth about what happened to Mr. Tupac. Now I'm confused because here in the last month, several videos came out saying the man is still alive. He did some special appearance at Coachella. He did a duet with Rihanna or somebody, and they saying that this man is still alive and he planned his death and he knew what was going on and all that. So if that's true, them raiding Keefe D's house is for nothing, because the murder never happened. Which I am sure wishing that that was true. I wish Tupac was still here. I would love for him to come out and put out some good music. You see, I would love for somebody to try and combat this rabbit hole that our children are going down. And it's unfortunate because as a parent, you can't really help them. And I don't know if that makes you feel like a failure or it makes you feel helpless, but you shouldn't. What you should do, start calling your radio stations. Start complaining to social media. Turn the shit off. Don't be so quick to give your child a telephone. I mean, it's some sort of defense. Not saying that it might do much because everywhere they go is technology. Everywhere. If you don't have a phone, I know for sure you can walk into the T-Mobile store and use the phone as much as you want. So it's kind of like a mute point. So what do we do? Just sit back and watch? Nah, I don't want to sit back and watch. I want to fight. You should want to fight too, because this is your life. This is absolutely your life. Tomorrow, you can pray for a change, or today, you can make one. That's what we are, people. because it's just so much truth coming out to the point where how can you keep living a lie? Okay, you was raised on one. Went to the house of education, and that's all that was done to you was lied. And then when you got home, they lied to your parents, which in turn they lied to you, which it wasn't intentional, but it was what they learned. But that still don't make it right, because it's never too late to stop or start. It's never too late. So with this thing with Tupac, um, I think when they took him out of the game, that they took change. Because I changed when I heard Tupac. I literally changed. And I was informed about what I was and who I was and what I could do and what I could not do. And that was taken away from me. And it was replaced with something I considered to be more detrimental. It was replaced with violence, sex, money, drugs, jewelry, ass, titties. Now, over history, ass and titties have always been there, so I don't want to make bad light of that. It's always been there, but in the way that it was there, there was some respect in it. Today, there's no respect in it. Matter of fact, it's like the more disrespectful you are, the more respect you gain. Ass backwards. So, as I always say, we have to do better, people. This is not good enough. Being that we have all the information in the world in our hand, this is not good enough, people. It's not good enough. You know everything in your hand and you bypass it to promote your own filth. This is what we use this alien technology for games and playing and pretending. This thing that I'm on talking to you people tonight, this is due to our space brothers, not the iPhone maker. He only stole this shit from your brothers. And this is what we use it for. Silliness. We all act like the preacher's daughter that's going out for the first time. Yeah. Gotta watch them preacher's daughters. Some wild cats. And that's what we are behaving like in the midst of something. So this is the most significant thing in our time. What the hell? But look how they mix it up on us. They'll tell us it's UFOs, and then they're gonna tell us who killed Tupac. Ooh, they are fucking with us bad. We don't know how to feel around this motherfucker. But one thing for true, keep your eyes open, people. Whether you believe or not, keep your eyes open. Because now, oh, this is a good show tonight. I already went over my hour, but we can go over an hour. I'm glad we're going over an hour, because I still got something to say. So tonight and from now on, I won't be discluding what's really happening in this world. I won't just be talking about medial subjects. I am going to get deeper into what we should be concerning ourselves with. You know, we concern ourselves with little Boosie, what he doing. We concern ourselves with Kodak Black. All these retarded little children. What the hell is we watching retarded little children for when UFOs are flying back and forth in our skies and landing in the backyard of Mexicans' houses in Las Vegas and all these other places that they go and make themselves known. We still are acting like infant children. So here on 1.0, I just want to frankly say, wake the fuck up. Playtime is over. And that's pretty much the blunt of it. Playtime is over, y'all. I hope you done clapped your ass all you want to clap it. I hope you got the biggest eyelashes that you can ever order off of Wish. You understand me? I hope you got all the foul things in life that you strived out to get. Because on this day of our Lord, that bullshit is over with. And anybody that I see doing foolishness from this day forward, I don't hope that you be the first to go, but I hope you be the first to go. Because you need to get out of the way of the people who are really trying to exist in this planet and trying to become one with it. And if you're not with us, then you are against us. I'm your host, Dr. Shep, here on 1.0, and as always, I have enjoyed thoroughly your company. And I want you to know I love you. Keep your eyes to the skies. And coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water. I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Take one of these and call me in the morning, y'all. I'm Dr. Shep, and I'm saying we're out for 1.0.
Can't get a game for free. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash me. Yeah. She got a way